Hey, so welcome to the channel. There's been a lot of volatility in the stock market recently, and it's shaken the confidence and faith of a lot of people. It's come back a lot recently, which has been good, but there are three things that if they all happen and everything lines up, the stock market is going to literally explode. The first thing is, the most obvious thing is that if the tariff situation gets resolved, okay? And we've seen some very encouraging results recently. We had the UK agreement last week, which was, great. That's going to be a net positive for the economy and for the country. And then over the weekend, we had Besant in Switzerland negotiating with China, and we're told that some very interesting, very positive developments have come out of that, and that sent the stock market soaring. Yes, the stock market was up over 1,000 points on the Dow, and the Nasdaq also blasted. And so, this is further indication that if this situation with the tariffs are resolved, and if we get things back on track again with trade, that is going to be an extreme positive to the economy, and it's going to cause the stock market to boom. The second thing is, if the economy continues to stay steady or soften slightly, and inflation continues to come down, which has been the trend recently, we've seen some improvement in the basic inflation measures. If that continues, that is going to be very positive for the market, because it's going to increase expectations for the Fed to start cutting interest rates. And if the Fed actually starts cutting interest rates, that is going to serve as a very strong underpinning under the market and will contribute to enormous strength in the equity markets. And the third thing is, if Trump gets his big, beautiful tax bill done, that is going to be just the icing on the cake that is going to cause things to literally explode. If he gets the some of his tax provisions through that he's talking about, i.e. making the 2017 tax cuts permanent. Another thing is the 100% write-offs he has in there for business investment, for capital investment. You can write 100% off within the first year. That is going to stimulate investment, and it's going to be very positive for the economy. There are many other provisions in the tax bill that are pro-growth, and I think in general you can say that the tax bill in general is pro-growth. Another great thing about it is that overall it will generally increase manufacturing in this country, which will create jobs, which will be perceived by the stock market as a net positive. So it's kind of already happening. You saw the enormous rise today in the stock market, and you're already seeing the excitement build, and the market approached its 200-day moving average today, which is a sign that it could be coming out of the very short-lived bear market that we were in. But this is all lining up to be very positive for the market. And I think that if you're smart, you're going to position yourself in such a way that you are going to be ready for when the market continues to take off. Because it could take off from here and go much higher. Now, what areas do I like? I'm not going to discuss specific stocks on this video, but the general business areas that I like and I think will benefit from these three factors that I just talked about are, number one, finance. Okay, so I would be, in the major banks and other companies related to finance. Second major thing would be technology. I think technology is going to benefit quite strongly from this, and the Mag 7 I think are going to continue to do well. I mean, come on, they're some of the best companies in the world. So I think you got to be in them. You got to be in them. And then the last thing I think is energy. Now, I recommended, a while back to get out of Exxon. Okay, I was in Exxon for a long time. If you go back and look at some of my older videos, I recommended Exxon famously at 30 during the pandemic, and it went from 30 to 130. So that was a tremendous win. I started buying it at 30, and I bought it all the way up. My cost basis was probably 50. So I wrote it from 50, and then around 130, when Trump won the election, I sold. Okay, because I knew, with his drill baby drill, that I thought that the commodity prices would go down significantly, and in fact, that's what happened. I think we could see $40 to $50 on oil. So in the short term, that's bad. But I think once we get down to those lower commodity prices, I think energy is going to be a buy again. And I just generally love energy. I love the integrated oil companies, Exxon, Chevron, Occidental Petroleum, and companies like that. I think they're great long-term plays. They're great dividend plays. And so those are the three areas: finance, energy, and technology. All right? Well, that's all I have to say now. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on the next video. So stay tuned, and I'll see you on the next video.